Hello, Karina Grimbridge here, your mindset and success coach. So I am on day 21 of my 21-day Facebook Live challenge. So if you've been following me so far, I did it. I made it. Yay! And I wanted to give you a recap of how that's went, what's been going on, and a little bit more about all of that. So first of all, as I said, completed my 21-day Facebook Live challenge, which I am very pleased with myself about, but there is a small caveat that I did miss 2 days. So I extended it for 2 more days so that I could meet my goal and meet my target, but I did end up missing 2, which I was trying really hard to avoid doing. I wanted to really make that commitment to myself and do it, but I missed 2 days. It was my own fault. Obviously, I have no one else to blame for this, but still. So I wanted to kind of recap what was going on and some of the things that I've learned in this experience in going and doing this challenge. So first of all, oh yes, watching the replay, hit hashtag replay down below. I'd love to know who's watching, who's listening, and let me know any of your feedback and what you think of this. So, as I said, one of the first, I guess, takeaways that I have is that even if you falter, even if you, miss a day, miss something in, your grand plan, keep going. Just because you miss one day doesn't mean you should spiral out of control and say, fuck it, it's not worth it, or I messed it up, so whatever. I know for me that was kind of a, not really a big thing, but I was sitting there telling myself, well, like, I don't want to miss a day, and sometimes it'd get to be like 11 o'clock at night, and I was just sitting there going, I'm so tired, I just want to go to bed. But really, if I did miss a day, then the next day it was okay. I don't care. I'm still going ahead. I'm still doing it. So that was one really big thing. And I know the example of like weight loss and dieting and stuff comes into my head because I know a lot of people will have that mentality of, oh, I've been so good. I've been sticking to my diet. And then all of a sudden you miss one day and then forget it. Like all is lost. And I'm not a diet coach. That is not my realm. I love, healthy eating and all of that, but that's not really my thing. But I'm just saying this because it's such a good example of, if you miss a step, if you get off track, don't just give up. Like, keep on it. Keep holding yourself to that same standard, and you can do it. So another thing that I wanted to share was that and I'm not sure if I mentioned it at the beginning, but this 21-day Facebook Live challenge is not a challenge that was given to me, so to speak. It was something that I took on myself. So I chose to come on live on my business page or Facebook, and also share that with Instagram. And it was something that I did because I was hesitant to, press that button to go live, to come and talk to all of you lovely people, and which is a shame because I love communicating, I love chatting. It's not gonna lie, still a little funny to be talking to that little dot on the screen right there rather than an actual person, but I know that you will be listening, and that makes me happy, and so I'm glad to share. But one big thing that I wanted to mention was that this was something that I took on myself because it was something that I was fearful of, that I was holding back on. So really, if you want to overcome your fears, if you want to build up your confidence, then what you need to do is tackle whatever that is head on. And no one is going to do it for you. There's no course, there's no program, there's no whatever that is going to get you to say, oh, I'm magically over this fear. Hello, Adriana. So really the best way to go about it is to just jump in and just go and do it. And I've heard a lot of different schools of thought on this, which is interesting because a lot of people will say, if it's not your strength, then that's okay. Like, we all have our strengths, we have our weaknesses, and focus on your strengths, with which I do agree with, and I think that's important. But at the same time, if something has been like nagging at you and something that you've really wanted to maybe try, but you're afraid, like public speaking is a big one, where a lot of people kind of hold back and say, oh, well, I don't like it and this and that, but maybe it's something that you might actually end up loving. I know personally I have been, for most of my life, terrified of public speaking. And now I'm finding myself, I've done presentations with rooms full of people, and it's just, I don't know, it's something that's grown on me, and something that is now a part of my business goals, is to get in front of bigger audiences and reach more people. So you never really know where those fears and those insecurities will end up taking you if you actually decide to dive in and just go for it and figure out, okay, is it something that I really hate and dislike, or am I just, uncomfortable with it and then need to work on that skill set a little bit more. So there's kind of both sides to the coin, but I would say even if you're terrified for it or about it, at least give it a shot. Give it a chance to figure out, okay, is this really something that I want to go into, or is it something that you can say, okay, I tried it, I know I don't like it, and you can move on. Obviously, when you're building your business, you want to make sure you're doing it from a place that makes you happy, and doing things that don't, seriously stress you out, because that's not really a fun place to be all the time. But anyways, I digress. So another thing that this challenge has really helped with is obviously visibility on Facebook and Instagram. Those are the platforms that I am on primarily. So I've gotten a lot more engagement, a lot more followers, a lot more of everything. So that's a really useful tool as far as going on live is concerned. Obviously, those platforms really like the interaction, and therefore you get a lot more visibility. So that's something that's really beneficial if that would work for your business. Let's see. Oh yes. So just a little bit more about me and kind of like why I chose to do this challenge for myself. And it's honestly, I kept holding myself back because I would say, okay, well, my hair is a mess today, or I don't really have an office. So right now you're looking at the ceiling of my basement and it's just kind of, it's not necessarily at the level that I want my videos to be at for my business. But at the same time, when I was giving and listening to those excuses of, well, you don't have an office and the kids might be crying upstairs, which is always a possibility, or I don't have any time, or, you name it, there are an endless amount of excuses that you could have. But I found when I just said, okay, I'm not going to care. Like, maybe the kids might be crying for a few minutes. Maybe you guys will get to stare at the ceiling in my basement. Maybe I won't have any makeup on and my hair might not look so nice, but at least I'm doing it. I get to communicate and share my message with the world with social media, and that's the part that's most important. So that's the part that is going to keep me going, keep me sharing my message, because maybe someday in the future I'll have my own show like Marie Forleo, and it will look amazing and be super well composed, and I'll look fantastic because that'll be, what I'm doing that day. But I'm not there yet, and that is okay for me. Hello, Desiree. And so really another, I guess, moral to my going and doing this live is to just say, don't let those excuses win, and don't let them hold you back, because really at the end of the day, is it serving you? Is it really helping you? chances are no, it's probably keeping you safe in your little bubble that you're familiar with, but that safe little bubble is not going to let you grow, and it's not going to bring in all sorts of crazy new ideas and passion and energy, and it'll just keep you safe in that tiny little bubble. And if you're okay with that, then that's amazing, but chances are it may not be that exciting. And I know for me, going on this business journey has been absolutely amazing, and I'm so happy that I've gone off in this direction and taken this course, and it's just something that I never really thought I would ever do, and now here I am, helping my clients and going on Facebook Lives and sharing all of these things that I've learned, that I've acquired, sharing my story, and it's just a whole new world, and I'm loving it. So I would absolutely love, and one of the things that I love working with my clients is to help them get there and help them do that. And if you're having issues or troubles with really stepping into your own, I apologize, my dog is in the background. So if you're having, struggling with maybe not committing to that idea, not going for the thing, not getting over your excuses, then I have got an amazing program that I'm super excited for, and it is coming up in November. Pre-sale is ending on Sunday, so if you want to get in at the lowest price, then you want to do that ASAP, and it is a month-long group coaching program, and we are talking about confidence. We are talking about getting over your fears and your insecurities and really figuring out what those are and tackling them head on, because if you don't, then either your business will never grow to the point that you're looking for, or maybe it'll just never get off the ground at all, and you're just letting the excuses win and staying in that comfy little bubble, which I really don't recommend. It's not that fun. So if that sounds interesting, I will drop the link below and go check out all of the details. Let me know if you have any questions, and I would love to see you there. So have yourselves a lovely night, and we'll speak soon.